Good morning, everyone. How are we doing out there in Pip Town today? Jester Gogo, Foreigner, Axel. What's up, guys? Hello. You'll notice that we are back to having a full square background. I am back out in the woods in Pennsylvania. I do not have my fancy green screen anymore, so you will be seeing the rest of the backside of this room, including this little mirror here, which, what is it currently reflecting? Maybe clothes? Can't really tell, it's pretty small. But that also means, hey, there's a fiance! But that also means that I only have one screen as well. So I do have my feed pulled up on my iPad, so I will be able to follow you guys and see your comments there. It just means that you're going to see me looking down like this in order to see what you're talking about from time to time, so that I can actually have the game pulled up on my main screen. I will, of course, then also be able to watch the feed and make sure that everything looks hunky-dory. So, let's see what everybody's talking about so far today. Jester Gogo, any news from the CC Discord about patch notes? I'm guessing it's today. There have not been any new news items about patch notes. We are also hoping that it's going to be today. They basically said that it was going to be yesterday or today, and it wasn't yesterday. So hopefully they're coming out today. Actually, the main chatter on the LEGO Legacy Discord, the main chatter on the Content Creator Program Discord at the moment is actually about the health of the game. Something that you guys ask me questions about fairly often, actually. What do I think is the current state of the game? How do I think it's going, etc., etc., etc. And without actually asking the question, a lot of the content creators have been weighing in on that. And without exception, all of the content creators are hoping that the raids are something truly spectacular, and that we are all waiting for the raids to really judge the health of the game as a whole. Most of the content creators, as you well know, are fairly advanced in the game, have spent a little bit of cash. Maybe we're doing the booster pass so that we can get to 59 or 60 that much faster than everybody else, not because we want to be better than you, but because we want to experience that content and be able to show you what it looks like. And currently, most of the content creators are pretty disappointed with the state of the game. Nobody's leaving, everybody is staying to continue to play. I know that everybody is waiting until raids come out to see how that changes things, but a lot of disappointment has been thrown toward the developers' transparency. They have been very transparent with us to let us know when things are delayed or when things are not happening, but we have very little new content in the game. Brickspedition was the only major content increase to the game, and most people are relatively unhappy with it. So there have been some changes to the Brickspedition. They continue to make them, but even adding things like timed quests doesn't actually add content to the game. It just gives you more reason to play the content that already exists. So there are a lot of content creators that are banking on raids to really sort of save the game in their minds. Like I said, almost everybody is still enjoying it, but compared to a lot of the other gacha games like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes or Marvel Strike Force, there just seems to be about 60% as much content, and we really, really, really need to push it up there. The game has been out for about a year, and people still have the same complaints about the arena. Brickpace events have seen various changes, which has been excellent. So we know that the devs are working, but instead of telling us like so-and-so has been delayed, we'd love to know why it was delayed. We'd love to know what you're working on. And I believe it was, let me pull up the Discord really quickly so that I can quote this correctly. EMZ said, let's see, people need something to chew on. If it's not content, information is the next best thing. And I completely agree with EMZ here. EMZ, if you're in the stream today, speak up and say hello, because I think that that was a very good point, right? You've got a player base of people who love Legos. That's why we came to this game. There are gacha games all over the place. You can find one for One Punch Man. There's Disney Sorcerer's Arena. There's so many gacha games out there. We play Legos because we like Legos. But at the same time, if you're going to delay the content, we need to know more about why you're delaying the content in order to make sure that, you know, the trust is maintained. Savvy? What else we got here? Jester Go-Go is back at it, yes. Did they say anything about content creators who do not create any content? No, Axel, there has never, to the best of my knowledge, they've actually never addressed that. Which content creators don't create any content? All the content creators that I see in the content creator channel on Discord that regularly speak or express an opinion are all content creators that are currently making content. So if there are people who have stopped, let me know who they are. I'm not sure. I can't believe GKM Gaming called me out in his latest video. Yeah, I can, dude. Jester, everybody talks about you all the time because you are the most unrelenting player when it comes to asking for updates. So we've actually stopped asking for updates. We just keep telling the devs that Jester Go-Go is now asking for updates, and we really just want to have something to tell him. So that is our way of asking for updates as well, which we enjoy. We think it's pretty funny. So honestly, dude, keep at it. You are a welcome addition to everybody's stream and everybody's content. Unfortunately, all of the content creators get the same information at the exact same time. So if one person doesn't have it, it's either because they just haven't read the Discord yet or because nobody has it. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, dude, keep trucking the way you have been already. So let's get into the game for today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and accept some quest rewards that I managed to finish early this morning, including some new energy because it is right at 9 a.m. And we're going to come in and finish out some glyph hunt missions because you know I'm spending that first set of energy on my Commander Cold tiles. I need to find, however, where I can use my glyph hunt energy because right now you'll notice the thing I need to upgrade the most is Master Hugh. And Master Hugh needs couple of skateboards. I can look for the skateboards, but they are only in Piptown or via, what are these called? Brick separators. So that doesn't do me any good. I need one more item for Master Wu, and that is that I need 9 of these fancy skateboard 2s. Those are also in Piptown and very expensive to get, unfortunately. So I need to find one of my characters that needs some glyph hunt missions to get done so that I can complete those for the daily quest. So let's check out Commander Cold. Does Commander Cold have anything that requires me to go into some glyph hunt missions? Nope, these are all Piptown. I see you guys chit-chatting. Some of the streamers, Mandigar, OGL Gameplays, Heresy. They had videos before going official. Gotcha. Actually, so that is a perfect example. I actually don't ever see them talking in the content creator Discord channel. So it's entirely possible that they have just stopped, which would be sad, of course, but what can you do, right? Let's see. One of these has got to need glyph hunt missions. Come on, guys. Aha, so I know I need some binoculars and some more fancy chops. That is for sure. I need 25 grand pizzas. Aha, here we go. These are in glyph hunt, so I can spend some glyph hunt energy here to get these grand pizza 3 plans. All right, how many are we gonna get? How many are we gonna get? What's up, Theo? How you doing, guys? Camlin, good morning, Camlin. How are we doing today? All right, there's 3 grand pizza 3 plans. Now that we have all those, we can go back to paying for a little bit of our energy to clear out the remainder of our Commander Cold nodes for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this energy here. Once again, thank you very much. That will be all of the regular campaign energy that we are paying for today. We'll go ahead and clear out the rest of these Commander Cold nodes, and then, with basically all the rest of the energy that I get for this entire day, we're going to be dipping into that Wu gear piece that I need to get, because I want that guy at 6 as soon as I can possibly get him up to that gear level. Look at him, Master Wu. 6 stars. The pride and joy of my collection. But not quite yet. Oh man, I still have to clip out the video from yesterday where I just lose my mind. Getting him. What was it? I think it was somebody, was it EMZ again? Hold on a second, let me check on this. Somebody clipped out the video. Yeah, it was EMZ, but oh, no, it was Llama. Llama clipped out the portion of my stream from yesterday where I just went absolutely nuts after unlocking 6-star Master Wu. And to be fair, it's pretty ridiculous. I do scream pretty loud, and I apologize for anybody who was wearing headphones at the time that happened. Hopefully you have them set to an appropriate level so even my screaming wasn't ridiculous. I have the gain on my microphone at home turned down pretty effectively, so it probably shouldn't have been too bad. Only 17 more Kelvin tiles needed. 17 more. This is excellent. Gonna get her to 7 stars soon. Very excited. What you guys chatting about? Saw on Discord that using allies in bricks doesn't give anyone guild currency. I think now that most people are at the end of the campaign missions, they really should allow bricks to give currency. I thought that it did, Theo. So you'll actually have to let me know, because I'm using yours in my Brickspedition, right? Your Iggy and your Sal. So if you're not actually getting any currency, let me know. I know that they count towards using allies as far as the achievements go, but I was under the impression that they did count. Probably need a recurring suggestion posted in suggestion panel. It counts toward the achievements, but doesn't give currency. Excellent to know, but bad that that's the way they do it. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully they will make that shift. Definitely put it in the suggestions, especially since guild currency is already so hard to get. It would actually be really, really nice if they allowed people to gain guild currency through their use in the Brickspedition. That would be incredibly helpful, especially since everybody can only use 3 allies per day. And for example, I have completed all of the campaign missions, as you guys have pointed out, so then there's no benefit, right? That's not good. Okay, campaigns. I forgot if I got my energy. I did get my energy. Excellent. Let's go ahead and come in here and do our first arena battle for the day. That'll give us that 8-minute reset timer more readily. This first team here looks nice and beatable for me. Unfortunately, I can't work in my woo quite yet. He needs to get up above gear level 6 before I can really use him. I hadn't been getting currency for it, so I posted it in the bugs channel. Looks like it's a feature. Interesting. Okay, let's focus on this for a second, just because I know it is timed. Gonna need to come in here, smashy smash, and get out without much problem. So, there's that take. We do have... Ooh, now we're actually going to need to use a little bit of heal on our Valiant in order to make sure that he stays alive. We will also put the damage reduction, the flat damage reduction on him because it's awesome. And then we're going to taunt with him after we heal him up to full, because with the taunt on him, all of the damage is focused on him. With his damage reduction up, it's just a massive boost. Look at that, less than 1,000 from that hit. Dodge, obviously we can't. When there's a dodge, we obviously can't really judge how effective these things are. I'm going to go ahead and use Salty Seas because I can see that the enemy has many debuffs, and I had the time bombs that were about to go off. Now, we're going to come in for the Locust here, who needed to heal, which is excellent because it prevented him from doing his ultimate, but now the rest of the enemy team is low. So now, oh! 2 dodges in a row, guys. Super unfortunate there. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, though, as we come out. Now, Cook Bart heals himself, which means we switch to focusing on Argenta, and we go into auto battle mode because it's 5-on-2, and I still have, well, all of my characters, because that's what 5-on-2 means. Guild currency are easy to get when you reach tier 7 rewards almost daily. Axel, what do you mean by that? What makes them easier to get once you get to tier 7? Is it just because everybody keeps using your heroes? Alrighty then. First arena battle is complete. Let's come into the events here. Let's get our Peg Lakes treasure at maximum. Tier 7 Peg Lakes treasure with the boost, guys. Gives almost 400,000 coins per go, which is about 1.2 million coins each day, or 2.4 million coins every single time they run the event. It is, in a word, amazing. Ooh. You know, I leveled up my pirates so much. I wonder now if I can actually get this tier 7 node. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. So, I'm going to put the rest of my pirate team back in here. First, let's try it with this team, right? My standard Brickspedition team. Let's see what happens. If the guild hits tier 6, all the members receive 450. If you reach tier 7, it's 750. Oh, I see what you mean. On the daily quests per day. Yes. If you can manage to organize your team well enough to do that, yes, that's exactly what happens, and it is pretty amazing. Okay, so Cook Bart is down before we even got a turn. Okay, excellent. Perhaps extremely unlucky, but there it is. Now, can we come in? Let's get some lockouts here. Oh, so close to getting the kill. Naya is gonna get her heal off. Now, Kai has become available. He does have that dodge up on him, so that's gonna be dangerous. They take out our Argenta, but we take out their Kai. Now, I am going to... Ooh, alright, Lloyd looks like he's probably going to die on his own. Garmadon, I could stun Garmadon, but I don't think I have enough to kill him. So let's go ahead and use the Lucy on Naya. At this point, we're just continuing to play this just to kind of see what happens. But nope, never mind. Now it is going to be a loss. Whoopsie daisy. We'll give this one more shot, and then we'll just actually stick to the tier 6 version of this board. Because, to be honest with you, even though the awards are better at tier 7, they're not that much better, so I'll live. You need Ice Glider for the ability challenge. Ice Glider, yeah, I mean, Ice Glider just helps you bring people back to life, that is for sure. Obviously, doing it my way, you have to focus on people just not dying in the first place. And, oh, look at that! That massive dodge from Darwin is definitely going to help. I'll get a heal from the hiker in here. Excellent news. Now, let's come in and hit their Lloyd. I'm going to take a risk since I've got defense up 2 on my, what is his little name? On my Cook Bart here, that I am not actually going to heal him quite yet. Oh, no! Then Garmadon comes in with a very unfortunate critical hit, and we are sunk. Well, we're sunk from getting the 4 stars. I mean, the gold star, I should say. Now, I'm going to use Salty Seas to get a little heal here and take the vulnerable off of my Cook Bart. We know that that is going to allow Naya to heal, but I am unconcerned about it at this point. Wow, Garmadon just one-shots every single character on the team. That is just nuts, guys. Garmadon hit so hard. Naya going down. Boom. Now, let's go ahead and clear out Zane if we can. He's been locked out of his abilities. Such unfortunate crits all in a row coming from Garmadon. Just nasty. Now he's going to do his AoE, I would imagine. He does, in fact, heal himself back up to full, and he has counter on. Oof. Terrible news. Ooh. This is interesting. We just need to do enough damage to kill him. I know he's going to counter, but then he dies! Oh my goodness, we completed it. Bronze level, but we did it. Alright, tier 7 has been completed, but not with the gold trophies. Man, without Garmadon critting twice in a row, we would have been able to get there. Well, now we gotta try it again, since now we know we can defeat it at this level. Thank you very much, guys. Well done indeed, I say. Alright. We're coming back in. We're going to try it again. Let's see if we can get any luckier and do any better. Now, as you noticed, yes, without a permanent reser on your team, it does definitely require an extreme amount of luck. Darwin goes out right at the beginning before we even have a chance to hit anyone, so I'm just going to quit and redo it. We'll do this a couple more times, and then if I don't get it, then I'll actually just kind of spend the day doing it, because I know I've got the rest of the day to figure it out. Alrighty. The other option would be to throw in Valiant. Obviously, that will afford us a little bit more resiliency, but the issue here is that they are destroying my characters before I even get my first turn. And as long as they're going to do that, it doesn't even matter if I have a tank in here. Even if I had Scarlet in here, Garmadon is just one-shotting my characters. So it doesn't help for Scarlet to taunt once we get a character below 50% health, because none of my characters get below 50% health. They just get smashed and slaughtered right from the beginning. So, what can you do, right? Alright, if they just manage to one-shot everybody right off the bat here again, then I'm just going to quit and come back to this later in the day. Like that. So, now we've lost our hiker, our major AoE healer, so we're just going to come back later in the day and do it. When do you think the update will drop? Maybe next week. Jester, they have still not even given us patch notes, so I would say maybe next week if they give us patch notes like today. Otherwise, I don't see it happening next week either. I think that they are really delaying this to a really problematic degree. they really need to pick up their game on this one. They need to get those patch notes out ahead of time, because don't forget, they always give the patch notes to the content creators a couple of days before they give them to the rest of the community, and that happens usually a full week before the update goes live even. So even if they were to give them to us today, that means the rest of the community is probably not going to get them until like Monday, which means that the update wouldn't go live probably until the Monday following that, which is a little bit ridiculous. Hey, look at that, a Kelvin tile. But not much we can really do about it, right? Unfortunately, they are really, really dragging their behinds when it comes to getting this update out. And even more unfortunately, they haven't told us why. And that's actually something that we've been pushing for. Listen, we get it. These things aren't perfect. There are problems out the wazoo and things that constantly have to be fixed and figured out. But if you just tell us what it is that you're working on and what it is that you're figuring out, then at the very least we can go, oh, all right, that makes sense. It's still sad that it's not coming out any faster, but at least now I understand why. You know what I mean? Right now, all we know is it's delayed. That's not helping anybody. So what can you do? Okay, mashup. I should have tons of mashup currency here. Upgrading our Zany Boy. Guild currency, I am, a little bit short. Arena currency, look at this. 2 more Valiant purchases and I'll have him at 6 stars. Once I get him to 6 stars, then I'm going to go back to farming Lloyd, because I really want to get Lloyd up to 7 and finish that out. Sets, I know I need so many more of these. I know I need so many more of these skateboards. So, skateboards is what we are farming from El Dorado Fortress. At least if we can get lucky enough to get them, that is. Come on, skatey boards! Those blue bananas. Who needs those blue bananas? I don't know who needs the blue bananas. If you know who needs the blue bananas, let's find out. There we go. None of the people I'm currently upgrading need the blue bananas. But now I have more of them. Great. Bring Aura with the Ice Glider. Fernando, I do not have the Ice Glider. Ice Glider, Aurora, Redbeard, Jester Gogo, 1 other tank, and another healer. The coming update won't bring too much. Don't think we need the patch notes a long time before the actual update. Well, Axel, at this point, I actually hope that you're right. Because to be completely honest with you, you're right. This coming update, first we have this Basil Brickpace that we're going to be getting through. Everyone's going to be excited about that because everyone wants Basil, because Basil's great. Unfortunately, I should say Basil is good. He's great if you have Willa, right? So that combination of characters makes a very, very big difference to just having one of them by themselves. And so when the Basil Brickpace launches, that will give everybody something to focus on, at least for a few days. Anybody who needed to progress further than they had before in that event is obviously going to do so on day 1. And then after day 1, it just goes back to farming. So for at least a day, I think that the devs will have a relatively easy time being able to sort of deflect some of the questions and issues that have been brought up to this point about when the patch is going to update. But I think that only really buys them about a day. And then we have the Governor Tierney event coming back again. So there's a lot to keep your eye on. Speaking of, oh, look at that. I just unlocked the Galaxy Explorer. Build the set. Give me them tiles. I got it. Just show me the set. Galaxy Explorer is here. Very neato. The classic space. Wow, look at this set. Look at how old school it is. Look at how few things are actually round, right? Like later over the years, they developed sort of oval-shaped cockpit windows and entire bases for ships and boats that were round. Do you remember those? Man. But originally, everything just so flat. Pretty incredible. Do I have a space set ready for the Ghost event? The short answer is no. Although, by the time we get there, I might be close with Ice Station Odyssey. And I also might be close with Spy Track. Actually, I'll probably have Spy Track, because Spy Track is available in the daily thing. Plus, if I need them, There's a lot of other places I can get them, including the Monolith Waste and the shop. So if I need it, I'll be able to get the Spy Trek to use just to try and throw a set together that has 5 stars. But hopefully Ice Station Odyssey, maybe? No, that's insane. 35 more tiles I'd need. I'd have to get incredibly lucky with my Brickspedition. Let's take a preview here at the Brickpace event for Basil. So as you guys can see, the last time this event ran, I was able to get almost all the way to the end. I was able to get gold trophies on all 3 of the farming locations to start. I have a feeling this time, I mean, my team is way more powerful than it used to be. This Basil Brickpace, I should absolutely be able to get this last node unlocked and be able to farm him there, which I am very excited about, because I would love to have Basil in my back pocket for when that spooky team really becomes a thing. In fact, let's look at the spooky characters. What kind of synergy does the spooky team get at the moment? Oh, that's right, I forgot. They still don't have filters out for all of the really, really useful things that you want filters for. They just have them for the basic things. So, real quick, we're going to look through the spooky team here. I think that might be interesting with the Basil Brickpace coming up. Then we'll get into our Brickspedition for the day. So, reminder for everybody. The Basil Brickpace has only Basil in it. He is a castle spooky tank character that has a number of AoE abilities and can also heal both himself and the rest of the team. If you pair him with Willa, Willa consistently revives him throughout the fight, making him an incredibly effective tank unless the enemy really knows what they're doing, which they might, so bear that in mind. So, let's go ahead and come down and we'll look at all of our spooky characters in order. So, Ray is the first one that we come to. Now, I know that very few of you probably have Ray at any meaningful level because he's a Ghostbuster, and the Ghostbusters are all locked behind that massive paywall. We do know that the Ghostbuster event is coming back, but who are you going to be farming in that event? Is it going to be Ray? Probably not, but let's look at what happens here. He deals damage, and if the target is spooky, Ray gains 10% pep. Now, we're not worried about the target being spooky because our own team is probably going to be spooky. So we're going to skip ahead to the second ability here. Ray heals himself for 5% max health for each active spooky hero. So if you're on a full spooky team with Basil and Willa and, say, the zombie and maybe the spooky girl, then this is a 25% heal. Then he deals 90% damage to a target foe with a chance to clear 2 debuffs from the hero with the most debuffs. If a foe has grit down, he will cause fear. Oh, he will clear fear from, in this case, would be only himself. And then a random debuff from all spooky heroes. So it's a little bit of a cleanse, right? Kind of a weak one, but he gets a little bit of a heal and he does a little bit of a cleanse. Then he deals 95% damage to a single target with a 25% chance to critically hit. All right. And then his passive ability. When Ray critically hits, he clears a random debuff from another hero, and at the start of combat, he gains critical damage for each other Ghostbuster hero. All in all, despite the fact that Ray has the spooky tag, he's probably not going to be on your spooky team. It seems like all of his abilities are pretty weak, to be completely honest with you, and he is the Ghostbuster that the fewest people actually spent any time talking about. Venkman does incredible damage. Egon has incredible utility. Even Winston is a pretty good tank if you can get him up high enough. Ray? No one's talking about Ray. What do you guys think about Ray? What's up, Llama? How you doing? Friday Eve. Did I sleep that much? Okay. Yorick. Yorick I'm going to take a look at because he does have the castle synergy, and he is also spooky. So, spooky, pirate, castle, support, builder, explorer, etc. Pretty, just a huge number of tags has Yorick. So let's look at this. Deals 105% damage to target foe with a chance to inflict defense down if the foe is a builder, or skill down if they are an explorer. It has a 20% bonus chance to inflict either debuff for each other active spooky hero, which means if you're on a full spooky team, he will always inflict either defense down or skill down. So that's pretty cool. Bone to Pick deals damage to the target foe, and Yorick gains payback. If there's at least one other castle hero, which is what will happen in this case, Yorick and another random castle hero gain max health up 2 for 2 turns. This could be very nice, especially if max health up gets put on either Willa or Basil. Deals 75% damage to the target foe, plus bonus damage for each pirate, and then he gains bonuses for pirates, which are not going to be useful on a spooky team. And then, at the start of battle, he gains defense for each active castle hero, and whenever a spooky hero attacks, Yorick has a better than half chance to assist for 75% damage. And remember, every time he assists, he's also going to bring with him the defense down or the skill down. So Yorick, if you actually have him, could be an excellent addition to your spooky team. Now, how many people have Yorick? Very, very few, right? Yorick is absolutely unavailable in the game except for his unboxed event, and since then, he's not anywhere, is he? Where can we find his tiles? Gotcha. You can buy his tiles in the shop, and he is currently the daily login character, but that doesn't make him particularly farmable unless you're willing to shell out, and shell out a lot. So now we get into the spooky characters. The main 4 on the default spooky team are Spooky Girl, Zombie, Basil the Batlord, and Willa the Witch. Coming through, I think that's everybody else. Is Slimer, does Slimer count as spooky? Slimer counts as spooky, and Slimer is amazing. So you're definitely going to want Slimer on that team if you have him. Let's take a look at Spooky Girl. I've always been relatively unimpressed with Spooky Girl, but let's have a reminder what she does. Deal damage to the target foe. If they have taunt, she has a chance to clear it. If she has stealth, then she has 100% chance to clear a taunt. So, very useful if she has stealth. Second ability, deal damage to the target foe and gain stealth. At the end of her turn, if the foe has less than 70% health, they are inflicted with Confused. Confused gives them a chance to attack another random character instead of the character that they are currently targeting. If the target was already confused, she heals 10% of her max health for each active spooky hero. This is very unlikely to happen, honestly, but I guess it's kind of nice. Then she's got Arachnophobia. Select a target hero and deal 50% damage to everyone for every active spooky hero, an additional 25% chance to copy one debuff from that selected hero to each foe. So let's say you are targeting one of the enemy tanks, and you've put Confused, and you've put Fear, and a whole bunch of other things on it. Now, Spooky Girl targets that foe, that tank, and then she deals 50% damage to everyone. But then she has a 25% chance to copy a random debuff from the hero to each foe for every spooky hero on your team. So full spooky team, this is happening by default, which could be very powerful, especially if you're spreading Confuse around. If she selects a hero with no debuffs, then she deals 100% damage to all foes. This is actually pretty good. I don't know why we're not seeing this more, especially since she is farmable now, right? At the start of combat, all spooky heroes gain crit chance up 2. That's huge. And whenever Spooky Girl gains stealth and has no other buffs, she gives somebody a random prepared chance. Zombie. We all know how we feel about the zombie. Zombie is very fast and very durable, especially with revive. However, the zombie lacks any sort of supreme AoE ability, so the zombie might be one of the characters that you leave out on your team. But let's find out. Deal damage to the target foe with a 40% chance to copy a debuff from himself to the foe. Cool, especially if you're fighting against, say, pirates. Heads up. Deal damage to the target foe and heal for 50% of the damage dealt. Pretty straightforward. And then, revive. Start the battle with a stack of revive when he is defeated and has 1 or more stacks of revive. Currently, there's no way for him to gain more stacks of revive, so we'll only have 1. He has a 100% chance to reassemble at 100% health and clear that stack of revive. So he's coming back to life. All in all, though, I would say the zombie, probably the weakest member of the spooky team, especially in terms of utility. Basil the Batlord, will do him last since he's the one who's coming up in the brick pace. He has so many things to look at, but so does Willa the Witch. Willa the Witch here, dealing damage to the target foe with a chance to inflict one random debuff for 2 turns. That's cool, sort of like Cook Bart. Has a 75% chance to inflict an additional random debuff. So she's just going to be spreading mayhem. Her second ability deals damage to all foes with a chance to convert each stat and heal based buff to its debuff equivalent on each foe. So again, just debuffs galore. Plus a bonus chance for each spooky hero. So instead of a 70% chance on a full spooky team, you're getting up into the 80% chance that this is going to happen. If a foe has fear, then they also get dizzy. So helpful against fighting Redbeard, since there's going to be a fair amount of fear being passed around. Her third ability deals damage to a target foe, has a chance to inflict fear for 2 turns. There you go. If the target foe has 60% or less health, it will copy some of their debuffs to other foes. And if the target foe had no debuffs or is only afflicted with fear, then all the spooky heroes hit harder. Passive. At the start of Willa's turn, if Basil the Batlord is defeated, she will reassemble him and heal for 25% of Basil's max health. It's important to note there's a 100% chance of this happening. If Basil has been defeated and it is Willa's turn, she will bring him back to life and heal him for 25%. Whenever Willa reassembles Basil, all the other heroes gain payback. It's just a crazy way to start shelling out damage across the team. Jacobeam clears all buffs from all foes with a chance to randomly copy each buff to a random hero. Whew, so much. Clears all debuffs. Basically, it swaps all the debuffs on your team onto the enemy and all the buffs from the enemy team onto you. I don't know why they didn't just say that, but that's basically what it does. All heroes gain prepared. Spooky heroes gain critical damage up. If they did not have buffs to clear, then the enemies get fear on them for 2 turns. She just causes mischief and mayhem. She does not hit particularly hard, but she can really, really wreck your day. And then, Basil the Batlord. His basic attack. He deals damage, he heals, and he has a chance to clear a buff from the foe and put it on himself instead. That's really great. And to copy a debuff from Basil and copy it to the foe, so to swap. That's pretty huge. The needs of the many: castle tank heroes gain heal over time, spooky heroes gain max health up, Basil will consume some of his life, minus 5% for each other spooky hero. So on a full spooky team, there's not much of a penalty to Basil taking this hit. And then he heals everybody for 30% of his max health. And he's just gotten max health up, so this is a pretty significant heal. His next ability, Maximum Bat Overload, deals 60% damage to all foes. Then, for each foe, there's a 50% chance to heal Basil for 20% of the damage dealt to them. And if the foe is inflicted with fear, it gives a 100% chance to heal, and then he gains taunt. So he hits everyone, he heals, and he taunts. Crazy. Passive here. Whenever Basil is inflicted with a debuff, he gains defense. Great. And whenever he's defeated, he heals everyone for 30%. And then Willa brings him back to life if you're not careful. Toot the Magic Dragon, his ultimate here. Increase all the debuff durations on all foes by 2. That's huge. Foes inflicted with fear will get an increase of 3, except for stun. It will clear taunt and stealth from all foes. So it's like a better version of our officer. And then he heals all heroes for 40% of Basil's max health, plus 5% bonus heal to spooky heroes for each debuff on the foe team. It's just crazy. The spooky team has a lot of synergy, and actually in my shard, I have seen a lot of spooky heroes at the top of the arena. I'll go ahead and show you guys the leaderboards. Let's see if they're still up there. Yeah, so there you go. You will see, look at this spooky team here at the top. Right? Slimer, huge, massive slow, a lot of damage, hard to take down with his stealth. Then they've got Basil and Willa. Team number 2 looks exactly the same. Now these people have clearly whaled out because they have a Gear 7 7-star level 60 Gorewell, and that's the only way to get it, by spending tons and tons of cash, but they did get it. Also, they have this 7-star Gear level 7 Egon, but look at what they're providing here for tankage. This is huge, guys! Basil is a great, great character. Not to mention, they also, Basil and Willa, have the castle tag, so there are so many different synergies that you can play with this team. I see no shortage of ways to make this useful. Now, the whole time I've been chit-chatting about that, you guys have been talking. What have you been saying? You can go on a site called ll-hu.gg and filter by spooky. Yes, you can. Both ll-hu.gg and llhu.gg are both a bit out of date with their information. So, yes, you can absolutely do that, and yes, all of you guys should, but just be aware that what you see is, as I just said, a little out of date. It is not entirely wrong, but there are certain pieces of information that just haven't been updated or haven't been added into the game. A lot of the most recently released characters aren't actually in the database, for example. At least that's on one of them, it's missing characters, and on another of them, I don't know. The user interface needs a little bit, the user experience needs a little bit of work on those websites, but generally speaking, yes, both of those websites are excellent resources for the moment. Only the bravest explorer hero there is. Who? Oh, Iggy, right. The only man known to swan dive into an active volcano and come out unscathed. There you go. Theo. Sell it up, dude. Every time you say Cook Bart, you remind me of Sideshow Bob and Kang and Kodos from The Simpsons. That's pretty funny. Do I say Cook Bart in any particularly weird way, or is it just the word Bart that makes you think of The Simpsons? The payback for the other minifigures is so cheated. Do not take Wheats as an example. Oh, right. Yes, at the top of my leaderboard. Yeah, Axel, you're absolutely right. Tio, congrats on getting Woo, man. That's awesome. All right, we're coming back in here to see who we can get next in our arena. Oh, and the answer is right here, number 44. Let's come in and get a little takedown. This will actually finish out our quests for the day, I believe. So then I can open that exciting premium bag for you guys, and then we can go into the Brickspedition. Alrighty. There is one and only one correct way to fight pirates, and that is to take down Redbeard first. Now, I am going to put the stun out on Valiant to give me more time to fight down their Redbeard. In the meantime, I have actually locked their Valiant out of using any of his abilities. Oh, and check this out. Oh goodness. You know what? I'm going to kill their Valiant and then use my Salty Seas, especially because I'm then going to get the taunt with my Valiant. Yes, perfect. Now I can reduce the damage to him for the next 2 turns and auto battle this out while we take down their Princess Argenta, followed by either of their characters. It doesn't really matter. This one is in the proverbial bag, guys. Gosh, look at that damage reduction. Oh, it's so beautiful. You put Commander Cold on this team, put the damage reduction on somebody who's less than 50% of their health, and then they get damage immunity. It's just, it is pretty significant, that's for sure. All right, 2 arena battles have been completed. Come into the quests, collect this extra arena energy, get the premium bagel with the extra shards of Redbeard, which we don't need, but we are pooling, waiting for the update to the Master Store. We'll see what that ends up looking like. We'll come into bags and supplies, and we will open this premium bag. Come on, give us something exciting. I want 200 tiles of something, guys. Give me 200 tiles of something. Wow, look at that, 10 Kelvin tiles. I'll take 10 Kelvin tiles. I only need 6 more to get her up to 7 stars. That means the next time you guys see me, I will have a 7-star Kelvin. That is correct, sir. And then what other currency did we get? Arena currency? Not enough to buy our next Valiant tiles, but No worries, we'll get there in a second. All right. We're into events, right? We did all the rest of the stuff. So, we are into the Brickspedition. Today, look at what we have available to us. We're going to be grabbing... Whoop. Oh, froze there for a second. I think we're going to start by going up the top here, getting some J Cyber Dragon tiles, and then back up to the top again to obviously get this Ice Station Odyssey. Then, I think we're going to come through the center and then up top to get another Fire Station tile, then down the side to clear out this node here with level 62 Gear 7 Pirates. So, what does this mean What does this mean that we are limited to for the rest of the run? This team here, not great, but not terrible either. We pummeled them yesterday. Required here, just regular. It's a little bit of a spooky team, but without Willa, it doesn't really matter. Oh, look at this ninja team. Oh no, this is going to be terrible. But we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. And then we've got some easy pickings. Pirate Ninjago. Obviously, my pirate team is good. And then I think other than that, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, a builder team here. I've got a builder team that I can use, so we're all good to go. Level 50, gear level 6 is what they're starting us off with. We are not going to use guild allies until like the last 3 battles here, if we don't have to, because I think those are going to be the ones that we have the most trouble with, if I'm being completely honest. Tio, you should absolutely level up Wu. Wu is amazing. Everybody knows Wu is amazing. I don't even know why I have to tell you that. Oh, and look at this. I get debuff immunity at the start of all of my battles. This is going to be excellent. Now, oh wait, can I lock Aurora out of rezzing? Oh, I can! Oh, that's so funny. And take that, Explorer Aurora, you're terrible. And I'm taking you out of here. Good night. She's not terrible, she's actually really, really good. But I'm taking her out anyway. Zane going down. Although I'm going to switch over to Kai now since he's out of turn here. Great. We'll take down Zane. We will get a heal off from our hiker, and then we will auto battle it out to complete this one. Alrighty then. Done with this battle, moving on to battle number 2. I believe that this is the one that requires us to use only our builder heroes. So let's actually come along and see what our strongest builder heroes are. I have the full city team, which definitely counts, and at level 40 gear level 4 requirements, I can certainly use them. Oh, but now, oh my goodness. Look at the city teams, or look at the builder teams that I can put together now. What a weird combination. So all of my strongest characters have a strange, strange synergy at the moment. Alright, I'm going to take out Sal, because I don't need him in here. I'm going to put in Magisto. And then I'm going to keep in the characters that are just going to deal more damage, to be completely honest with you. So I think I might leave the rest as it is. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's not going to be that hard for me to complete this battle anyway, so let's see how this weird team plays out. There is a full G7 Ghostbusters team in the top 5 of your arena. Llama, that's rough. Top 5, so they're not at number 1, but they are in the top 5. I wonder what it would be necessary to get them number 1. Wow. Does my Burnibus really have the lowest amount of health on the team? That's incredible. Alright, Basil the Batlord is gonzo. Then, we have Brutus throwing the taunt onto Crash Test Dummy, who is going to dodge. Unfortunate. Come on, get out of here. I just need basic attack damage anyway. And now, let's go ahead and take down Spaceman Reed, followed by the Clockwork Robot, followed by Burnibus on auto mode. Brilliant. We knew it was going to be easy, but we still had to do it anyway. What does our next node have in store for us? Guys. What do we have going on here? Level 44 gear, level 5 required. But we're going to go ahead and... Oh, wait. Before we swap teams, let's actually put the heals on here so that we can get credit for this achievement. More credit, more credit, more credit. Thank you. Swap over to our pirates. And go in and smashy smash the way we like to smashy smash. What do we have going on in here? Alrighty. An eclectic mix of mostly useless characters. Compared to what it is I'm currently doing, I'm just going to auto-battle this entire thing. Why would I not? We take out the Clockwork Robot next. Why? Because I decided to. Followed by, it doesn't really matter because everyone's going to die anyway. Bye-bye, Hiker Pants. Oh, the Hiker gets off a heal, but it doesn't really matter. We're in, we're out, we're moving right along. Now, what do we have next? And now for the $64,000 question. Aha! Our Ice Station Odyssey, level 55 gear, level 6 team. So it looks like this one has a bit more damage potential to bring to the table. But let's see what the makeup of the team is, shall we? Okay. Yeah, alright, so here's a team that has the potential to deal some significant damage. We're still going to start by taking out their Redbeard. Even though pound for pound their Kai hits harder, we don't really want to take the risk that they are going to get all of those extra attacks that Redbeard is so famous for. So, we're going to go ahead and come in here, get a follow-up, and take out Kai in one fell swoop. Now, the only person dealing damage on the rest of their team is going to be Businessman Trent. So, we will take out Businessman Trent next. That means that we are paving the way for the heals to go off. And that's particularly fine because there's nothing really else that they can do about it anyway. So, let's come in here, do some AoE damage since the Hiker already used his heal. Now we'll come in here and take out Cook Bart because his single target heal is going to make the battle last longer than the AoE heal from Hiker when there are only 2 heroes left. Hiker is now the only person left. We get the assist. We're going to use our Hiker's heal and then auto-battle it out for the last couple of hits on their Hiker. We get in, we get out, we get another Ice Station Odyssey tile. My Ice Station Odyssey getting so close to 5 stars, very excited about it. I am going to need so many more resources to upgrade this thing all the way and see how useful it truly can be. I have some good hopes for it. As you guys know, this is what I'm doing. You know I got high hopes. To borrow a little bit from Panic at the Disco, if you will. Are you a fan? Panic at the Disco. That man's voice. Pretty insane. Am I right? But I digress! Alright, we are in here fighting against our standard Cactus Girl Highwayman team. Again, a team that is very, very cool, to be completely honest with you. Very, very different from a lot of the other teams that we get. But now we just see it multiple times a week. So it used to be amazingly cool and different, and now it's just kind of tired, right? Anyone? Does anyone even disagree with that anymore? Where are the Brickspedition changes, guys? And while we're at it, when are they going to get rid of the dodge mechanic in the game? As everybody knows, it's the worst mechanic, and I feel like if I don't mention it at least once per stream, then I am doing this game a hearty disservice. So, there's your anti-dodge disclaimer for the day. I will probably get more of those when we get to that nasty ninja team that is coming up in our Brickspedition, but we'll wait and see. Alright, let's come and grab this Digi J Cyber Dragon tile. we do have, now we have a little bit of some carefulness to go through because we are going to have to take out Scarlet here first. Luckily, everybody has debuff immunity, so that means that even though Redbeard is going to be getting off his counters, that he won't be applying disarmed, which is actually going to work very solidly in our favor here at the beginning. I can deal with the damage. I do have 2 healers on my team ready to go. It's all of the extra stuff that's going to cause a problem. So, Scarlet, gone. We get, oh, all right. So now we actually benefit from this game's overwhelming amount of dodge. That's fine. Now let's come in and see if we can take out Redbeard. We'll get some heals going around on everybody. Redbeard, go down, sir. I gotta take this heal on Darwin, and now I just hope I hit. I do. Excellent. We are going to take out Kai, later Alligator, followed by Locust. Ooh, but it looks like Locust has 3 time bombs that are going to go off on his turn. The question is, can I get Cook Bart down before Locust's turn? If I can, and I did, now I'm actually just going to use Salty Seas to heal up my team, and Locust is going to die all on his own. Excellent. That worked out rather nicely. Debuff immunity when you're fighting against an enemy Scarlet. Very helpful. Complaining about dodge is the best thing you can do with your CC powers. How did everyone do with DigiJ in the end? Yes, Theo, bringing a good question out here. So the DigiJ event is over. How many of you were able to level up your DigiJ? How many of you are now using him as a crux part of your team? Huh? These are the questions that I want to know. Thank you, Theo. That's an excellent question to bring in here. Now, there's a lot of damage potential coming from the team in front of me. So, I am going to use my first guild ally here, and I am going to make it a Buddy Scarlet. If Buddy Scarlet goes down, we are good, but if our other characters go down, we are less good. That's not really how English works, but you know what I mean. So, Lloyd, obviously always starting by putting everybody into stealth. Not a lot we can do about that. Oh, look at that giant hit against our hiker right from the beginning. Barely not enough to actually have our taunt go off, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, ooh. We're in a solid spot here. I'm looking at the enemy characters. I can actually smash down Garmadon really quickly here because I can stun him and then get rid of his stealth in case she misses. That was awesome. Yes, I accept. Now, if we can get this on DigiJ, excellent. No extra hits coming from DigiJ anymore because of the Dizzy. I think that that's basically going to do it for their team. Now I need to look at how many debuffs he has. Great, he's got 3. Guaranteed crit coming. And we will go ahead and... Now I'm actually going to put this heal out on my hiker and then use the heal on Scarlet while she has taunt to get her taunt for 2 full turns. This is excellent news. We are going to take down their Kai. Look at this, guys. It's entirely possible that we will be ending this battle with our entire team at 100% health. That is really extraordinary. This is a very, very difficult team to beat, but with the help of our buddy Scarlet, we completely nullified all of the danger here. Wow. Very, very well played, if I do say so myself. And I do! Because it's my stream and I can say whatever I want. So thank you. Let's see. What is everybody saying about Jay? Axel, ready to 7-star him. Just need the gold. Very well done, dude. Ended up with enough to get him to 6 stars. GKM, very nice. Unlocked. Oh, Fernando. So was this your first time with this particular Brickpace event? I noticed that you say you unlocked Jay this time. I also unlocked Jay this time, but didn't get him enough to go beyond, I think, 4 stars. And that's because the last time the Brickpace event came through, I just didn't really try that hard at all, to be completely honest with you. Did 2 extra energies a day. Wow, GKM. That's awesome. So booster pass gems. That's nice. Got exactly the tiles needed to 6-star him, but blew through your gems as well. Guys, if you're going to use DigiJ is an excellent character with incredible damage and pip manipulation potential. So, for what it's worth, I fully support you guys spending extra gems on DigiJ, especially if you're looking to put him in some sort of ninja team that you've got sitting on the back burner. Or maybe a ninja team that you've got on the front burner, as it were. I suppose either one would work, yeah? Okay, now their Burnabis has 3 buffs on him, but one of them is prepared. Oh, look at that, he dodges the cannon. That's the only thing I actually really needed to hit him. Boo! So we have to spend some time putting an extra debuff on him just to get him out of the way. Can Lucy hit? And with a follow-up, yes, we take him out. Now, can we get Verda down before she actually goes into stealth? That would be excellent. Ah, but we cannot. We cannot! How about Spooky Girl? Let's get Spooky Girl out of here before she stealths. Although, now I have... Yeah, so check this out. I'm going to do a little bit of a waiting move here. Salty Seas, because look at how many debuffs are on the opposing team to get that 3,000 point heal on all of my team members. Excellent. And then they kill themselves, except for the zombie who had revived, so zombie comes back to life. But he already has... Wow, he didn't lose his debuff stack of Time Bomb. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if that's a bug or not, to be completely honest. Bug or not? It's like a juggernaut, but instead of an unstoppable mutant, it's an unstoppable series of bugs. That was a lame joke. I'm gonna be a dad one day, and I'm gonna remember these lame jokes and toss them out. Alrighty, next team coming up. We do need to get through the stealth here. That's going to be the major issue. At the beginning, they have a lot of high damage dealing potential players on their team. So, we are going to come in here and use another guild ally with the intent of winning. Now, I am going to actually pull in one of my buddy highwaymen. Why? I'm going to try and just power through all of Lloyd's health right at the beginning, so that I can grab out the highwayman while they're still in stealth anyway. For the time being, I'm actually going to have a change of pace here and ignore Redbeard, because I don't think I'm going to be suffering from that many of his counterattacks anyway. Ugh! And then we get a terrible dodge from Lloyd. Oof! Just bad news bears. I really need to heal Argenta, but I also just need to get Lloyd out of the equation. Get out of here, Lloyd. Thank you. You're done. Oh, no! They took down our hiker. Do I keep going? I think so. I think I can get through the rest of the pirates without my hiker. I can put in my Valiant instead. That'll be perfectly fine. Now, in this case, things have now changed a little bit. Their hiker has dodge up. I know that their Zane is about to come out of stealth. So if I deal damage to Redbeard, not going to do me a lot of good anyway. So I'm going to start with dealing damage to Zane. Unfortunately, that dodge that we got from Lloyd right at the beginning was an unfortunate clenchy. Okay, now we can come in and just hammer down their Redbeard, please and thank you. Where are the bonus attacks? Come on, Argenta's supposed to get some bonus attacks from time to time. Give them to me, fool. That's what I want from you. Okay, Cook Bart locked out of his heal. Now, if Cook Bart goes down, then honestly, we will actually redo this thing. So there. Who are you targeting? It is... Yep, it's Cook Bart, so we are going to exit out of this mission and redo it, unfortunately. Everybody talking about who the next IP is going to be. A lot of people think SpongeBob. A lot of people that are very, very anti-putting SpongeBob in, which, to be honest with you, I can actually completely understand. But at the same time, why not? SpongeBob is cute. But I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would probably go a lot further. It actually matches with their Ghostbusters IP better too, because they're from the same era. At least the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know what I'm talking about? So if they're looking to pull in the nostalgia factor from people that are well into their 30s, possibly 40s at this point, who are playing the game, who are the basis of the group that is spending the money in the game, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles makes a lot more sense. That's just my 2 cents though. You guys are talking about it on your own. There aren't that many underwater themes. No, they said that underwater was from what I recall, it was water that Waff mentioned. So there was an underwater statement made before, and then Waff clarified that it was apparently just water, not necessarily underwater. But I guess we'll see who is right when it finally comes out. They said water theme, and I honestly take pieces of info coming from Waff with suspicion. Axel, that's God, that would be funny if it weren't so true. Actually, someone on Discord could be the Beatles from the Yellow Submarine Ideas set. That would be really funny if they released the Beatles with the Yellow Submarine set into the game. I would definitely laugh pretty hard if that's what they went with. That would be hilarious. If they put the Beatles in the game, what would their special powers be? Okay, coming back in this again, we are fighting this the exact same way we did before. So, the goal here is just to smash down Lloyd, hopefully this time avoiding all of his ridiculous dodging, because he is a punk and I am bored with him. We're going to get a heal out early here to make sure everybody's nice and topped up, but we get the guaranteed crit. Can we spread a debuff? We do. This is excelente. Now, we have Redbeard, stealth for 2 more turns. The first person to come out of stealth is going to be the Highwayman. So, we're actually going to see if we can take him down right at the beginning. If possible, twould be excellent, because the Highwayman shoots. What is up, my lovely, lovely Kelsey? How are you doing, baby? What's going on? Ooh, all right. I'm being told that breakfast is ready. Well, we are almost at the end of our Brickspedition for the day. And then I will be out there to eat yummy, yummy breakfast foods with your family. Alrighty. Now this is looking a lot better than our last one was, wasn't it? We can take down their Redbeard. Wow, even though he was the 4th character we took down, we still managed to get to him before he did his ultimate. That's pretty big news, actually. Now let's see. Let's just try and get out of here in one fell swoop, right? Give him the smash, walk the plank. Oh my god, it smells like bacon in here now. She opened the door and she let the bacon waft in. Oh, she's a lovely and yet terrible creature. So let's see. Oh, the Beatles would probably have role model tags, you think so? A singer meta? Who is that behind you? Fernando, that's my fiance. Fancy Life plus Kelsey equals Lego Legacy power couple. You know, she hasn't played the game in a long time, but she did used to play the game a lot. Speaking of, hold on a second. I'm at the end of the Brickspedition. I still have a number of guild allies left. So, I'm going to come in here. Theo and Tio, since you guys are in here, I'm going to simp at least one of your tunes. Let me see if I can find... So here, Theo is your Iggy. Great. Tio. Which ones are yours? Yuppie, right? Yuppie is yours. I think there's more than one Yuppie, though, in my collection of potential guild allies. So, remind me which Yuppie is yours. If you wouldn't mind, check your game real fast. Let me know the power level. Oh, Theo. Oh, I bring in your Iggy and they just one-shotted him. That's rough. But that's alright. It's sad that you guys are not getting credit for this, but I can showcase your characters having existed anyway. So let's see. What yuppies are in my shared allies? I've got this guy here. Oh, the 4-star one. That's Tio's yuppie. Tio's yuppie comes in, and Tio's yuppie goes out skis. And then I'll have one free simp left before using what I think is going to be my next buddy, Scarlet, to take down the rest of these. Specifically, actually, because on the second round of this final node of Brickspedition, when they come in with the pirates, it's just nice to have somebody who, if you need to, and you get the right order of operations, can clear the taunt off of their Scarlet. Yeah? Who's Iggy again? Iggy is one of Theo's shared characters. Iggy is a city hero, I believe, who can put grit up on like everyone. And then he also has a really, really fast ultimate that can put dizzy on the entire enemy team. So there might actually be some theory crafting to do around putting Iggy on the team, because his ultimate comes very quickly and it puts dizzy on everyone. Think of running that with the Yeti, who does twice as much damage against characters that have dizzy, or Zane, who does twice as much damage against characters who have dizzy, or Commander Cold, who can turn dizzy into a stun. There's some room there to do some experimentation, I think. But we'll see how it goes. All right, let's see, what character am I missing? Oh, Theo, I know that you have a Sal, right? Did I already use your Sal? Where's your Sal? Are you not sharing your Sal anymore? Or is he just not nearly as strong as any of these other characters that I have? He must just not be nearly as strong. Then, let's see, Tio, I think you had a 4-star Kai in here that you were using as a guild ally. What am I missing here, guys? I'm missing your other shared heroes. Alright, well, listen, I have to get to breakfast, so I'm going to throw in this one for the time being, and then come back out, go back in with my buddy Scarlet, and finish this out. Sal and Iggy have the same tag? Oh, Theo, your Sal is the 7-star one. I'm sorry, bro. I thought for some reason that he was below 7 stars, but that's my bad. If it helps you to know, I actually do use them on my days off from streaming too. Alright, come in here, guild allies, get them in. Let's finish this battle, and after this, I'm logging off for the day. I gotta go have breakfast with the in-laws, and then get to work. Work is much less fun than playing Legos all day, but it's what I have to do at the moment. Alright, we're going to come in here and just continue to smash on Tierney, since he's already pretty low anyway. Lee, taking the debuffs. Whoa, look at that. That smash on Cook Bart is no joke. But unluckily, they put their LeQuay in a position to get basically one-shotted. So we will now stun their Valiant in order to keep us going on their Admiral Nonsuch for a moment here. Hiker, I'm going to use the Hiker's Heal now. Everybody's missing a fair amount of health. Perfect opportunity to get it done. Take out Admiral Nonsuch. Now I can take down Valiant. We're going to start using all of our just normal, regular attacks. We want to make sure that we get to the second half of this node against the rest of the pirates with all of our big abilities ready to go. If we can smash down their Redbeard right from the beginning, it will be amazing and really, really simplify the rest of the fight. But good lord. Okay, Lee. Lee had a lot of health. We actually had to hit her a lot before she went down. That's kind of amazing. So, let's go ahead and get, one attack on their Redbeard, and their Redbeard, still well above 50%. I think I'm going to take a risk here. Yes. All right. So, this, if we hit, should be enough to take out their Redbeard. Let's see how it goes. Yes, perfect. Exactly what we wanted. And now we don't even need to remove the taunt from their Scarlet because it's going to go away on its own. Oh man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everyone, slow your roll with the damage here, guys. Okay. There's a lot. I haven't clicked anything in a very, very long time. There's so much auto battling happening right now. Alright, they take out our Argenta, but I think we're just going to have to deal with it for the time being. We are going to go ahead and take down their Scarlet next. I'm going to toss a heal on my buddy Scarlet here. And then... Oh, come on with the dodging. Get the dodging out of here. Their Scarlet, well, now that their Hank is below 50% and available for thwarting, I shall thwart him. And I do. Their Argenta still above the 50% mark, so we're going to need to take out Scarlet first, followed by their Argenta, and now honestly we can really just auto battle it out. Once their Argenta goes down, there is nothing to fear from the remainder of the team. We lost Argenta, meaning once again we will be unable to complete a Brickspedition without losing a character, but I'll be completely honest with you, I am not expecting to ever be able to complete a Brickspedition without losing a character unless I really level up my Arctic glider so that I can come in here with Explorer Aurora and just basically ignore the deaths by consistently bringing everybody back to life. There have been several content creators who already have that set up in the game, and most of them honestly just spend time complaining about the fact that they can just auto battle through everything now because Explorer Aurora's glider combination makes her basically unkillable. Makes the whole team basically unkillable. Wow, look at all of these tags that I have to put in today. Most of them really awful, but they're in there, which means for day 7, all heroes will have defense up, all heroes will have max health, and all heroes will gain 2 stacks of heal over time. Basically, 0 buffs that are useful for fighting the dreaded ninjas of board 7. Whew! That's what I got for you guys today. I am going to keep on leveling up my Master Wu and the rest of the team that I am hoping to try out here in the Brickspedition pretty soon. This is the team that I have been showcasing for you guys here at the top of my screen. As you can tell, level-wise, they are okay. Star-wise, they are subpar. But gear-wise, they are coming along. There is a lot for us to showcase and try out with this team in the future. The damage may be a little bit low. The sustain is probably pretty good. I don't know. It seems like it might be a good thing to try out to me. So we'll find out. But until then, gotta let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a good Friday. And into your weekend, I hope that the sun is shining wherever you are. Before we head out, last few questions we got. I was able to get that achievement without having to use the glider at all. GKM, really? Using the glider is just an extreme measure, trying to avoid it as much as possible. Woo! Well, I'll just have to keep getting lucky then, I suppose, or hope to get lucky in the future. That's the way I should say that. But until next time, guys, enjoy your time. And I will see you all Saturday morning on The Morning Build. Later, alligators.